just had the oddest morning on Facebook Marketplace ever. Thought I was getting an absolute bargain deal on a Nintendo DS bundle, and then it ended up going completely south. And then thought I lost out on a Wii bundle. Something got picked apart on it, and then managed to rescue it, and I got a pretty good deal. So I'm going to show you everything. I will just show you now how many games I got on the Wii. Look at that. I'll spin them around in a minute, show you each individually. That is a stack. That is a big old stack. So basically, Nintendo DS, I'll put the conversation screenshots on the screen now. So basically, I'll tell you what, I've been off Facebook for a good year, maybe a year and a half off. You know, I spent so much time just scrolling through and things like that. So it's the last social media which I got rid of, because on like Twitter, Instagram, etc. But I'm not really a fan of those. But I've been on Facebook for a long time, since like 2007 or whenever it started, when it got popular. But yeah, I had a good like year and a half off. Thought I wouldn't miss nothing. And then it's good. I like the memories that come up in the pictures. So I basically was trying to find some pictures, some family photos and pictures of me and my wife out and about and stuff. So I ended up logging back in there, and then there's a lot of friends which I don't contact now, which are on there, like people I used to work with and stuff. And I was like, oh, do you know what? Facebook's quite good, it's handy. I'll use it just to upload my photos, a bit of a photo album. So that's what I've done. And obviously I forgot about Facebook Marketplace. I've lost out on so many bundles, and this is a perfect example. I've just literally been having a look. I've only been back on Marketplace, on Facebook about 4 weeks now. Not even a month, yeah, 3-4 weeks. And I've only been looking casually every now and again. And this is probably my first return to the old Facebook Marketplace scene. It's basically Nintendo DS bundle. It was like 120 or 140, well overpriced. But Sisha reduced it down to like 80. So, and I was like, oh, it's not too bad. I looked at the DS that was there and the bundle of games. Obviously, if you wanted that the DS and all the games, you'll be getting a steal. But I was looking at taking a couple of bits and trading it in. So that's what I was looking at, is flipping it, getting some stuff I wanted. So I was going to keep some of the games, get rid of some, and get rid of DS. I've got a DS, so I was looking at trading value. Worst case scenario, you know, discounted white, that's 36 quid. Add this game, that game, add the vouchers, and I thought it comes to about 70 quid or something like that. So I was like, oh, it's not really worth it, not the 80. But I thought I'd message her, because I said, look, I'm round the corner, it's a proper local. I said, look, I can give cash, I can come right now. What is the lowest you take? She said 60. And I was like, I wasn't expecting her to roll over like that. And then I said, look, would you take 50? Got cash right now. If not, I'll go cash point, a bank transfer, not a problem. Just thought I might as well be cheeky, get an extra tenner off. And she's like, yes. And I thought, how good's that? Because I was like, now it's like double money, like flipping in CX vouchers. So I thought, that's brilliant. So yeah, bundle of like a dozen games, the Nintendo DS Lite, and I was like 50 quid. I was like, that's well good. I was like, who knows, might start a DS collection. And then she said, I've got some other games, other bits, and that's the beauty of when you buy stuff off Facebook Marketplace. But I've got this and that as well, and you find other stuff. You're like, yes, cha-ching, get in. So I was like, yeah, what you got? She started sending me the games that's included from the bundle. And I looked at the pictures again. I looked at the description. It doesn't say the games. It says the DS. It doesn't say games aren't included, but she's put the pictures on there. She obviously hasn't realised that she's done it. And she went, oh, no, sorry, I've edited. I said, I thought that come with it. And she's like, oh, I took that off. I tried to sell them separately, so she said I'm like $5 each a game. So turns out it was just the DS. So yeah, it wasn't me being an idiot, because she had the pictures in there. She apologised, said, look, no worries, it happens, don't worry about it. So yeah, it was a right up and down morning. And then there's some Wii games. That bundle you can see here. Now this bundle, there's a couple of like decent hitters. Well, one. there was a game in there which was like, there's basically 2 games that I played for a lot. So I think they wanted, I'll put on the screen now, I think they wanted 45 quid for the bundle. They obviously didn't know how much the game's worth, so they wanted 45 quid for the bundle, or £4 a game. That's how they worked it out. But some of the games are 50p or £1, like trading. Some of them sell for a couple of quid. But there's a couple, for example, like this would be like, I don't know, 8-10 quid at CEX. You know, you get maybe 7-8 quid trading. It might be 12-15 quid, I don't know. So there was a couple of half decent ones. But there was a Nintendo Wii sports game. I can't remember, there's lots of different ones. I mean, it's not this crap, beach sports. You get loads of different ones. You get the cardboard sleeve, goes quite a bit of money. I think it was a resort one. That game alone sells for like 20 quid at CX. That was the only game that was missing typically. And I said, yeah, I was looking at that game, and you know, I looked at the ones which is a value, and I thought I'd buy those because they wanted, the others weren't worth paying for them. You're not going to be paying double what you're paying CEX, would you, or triple? So I was like, oh, that's a shame. And I said to her, I said, look, that one was that's the only one of value. I said the only other one of value is the Zelda. Yeah, I was just being honest with her. I was like, I'll pay for that because I can get it. That's a lot cheaper and I can get it in store. But I said the others, I said it's not really worth it, sort of thing. I said, how much would you do? I said, but again, I'm very local. I'm around the corner. I've got cash now. Like, what would you take as a job lot for the lot? So that's what I do like about Facebook Marketplace. Do get some genuine sellers and stuff, which just weren't interested. So it must have been their old kid that's moved out or whatnot, old console, unless it was theirs, perhaps, who knows. But yeah, they sold the whole bundle of me just for 20 quid. So it was 45 quid for all these games minus one. So I managed to get it for less than half price. So 20 quid. And we'll go, in a minute we'll go back to the games room. I'll maybe show you more current Wii collection and we'll look at how many games got now. So some of them are decent. Even Mario Kart on the Wii. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm sweating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games. So yeah, more than £1 a game. So yeah, like whatever that is, £1.10 a game or something. Less than £1.50 a game basically. So that's decent for games that I want to add to my collection. Obviously in terms of flipping them in, you'd probably break even or make a couple of quid. It's not really worth it, but I do play on the Wii. So I thought, you know what, there's some of those games there which will be fun to give a go, and then some of them I'll move on, which are just absolute toot. I mean, some like Brain Academy and stuff like that, bust a move, you get like a penny. But even things like this in the arcade's a great game. I remember Retro Ed UK saying about Ghost Squadron. He says you've got to get that on the Wii, and now I've got it. But knowing my luck, I've probably already got this because this happens to be quite a lot. And I've got some decent gun shooters accessories for the Wii. I need a microphone if anyone's got one, because I love my karaoke games. I was playing Let's Sing with the missus last night. Pissed, wasn't I, after a birthday meal, having some sake. Right, I'll cut to the games room, we'll go through the games. I'm sweating, and I'm outside, parked outside a charity shop. I'm going to do a little charity shop hunt. There's Aladdin's Cave, treasure shop, and then there is 2 charity shops here. So if I get lucky, I'll do another video on this. If you don't hear anything from me, then it's been disastrous. All right, cheers, bye. Right, we're back. This bundle, I've just realised this deal's gone a lot better than I thought. I thought it just saved the day from one bad Facebook Marketplace experience to a decent deal. I've just realised I've got a very good deal. So I got back, right, and I was working out how much I paid per game. I've done a few other bits today. I've been charity shops, Retro Hunter, independent store. Yes, a few bits. So I basically got back. I was like, how much have I paid for it? Was it really a good deal? And it's basically 15 games there. So like £1.30 something a game. So I thought, if I'm not flipping anything, in terms of buying games yourself, that's pretty decent really, isn't it? I mean, there'll be some games in you'll see in a minute, which I'm never going to play, and they won't trade in for much at all. But you could sell them on a bundle for a £5 or whatever. Take the games that you want or whatnot. So that's all right. I like playing on the Wii. I'll show you on the screen now the Wii games I've got. I've only got so many, so it'd be good to add to them. And this might be one of the systems and collections that I do collect for quite a bit in the future, because it's very, very cheap and there is some decent games. It's fun to play on the Wii. I think it's a good laugh. Now, there's 15 games there, and the advert was 15 games you can see on the screen for 45 quid. Now, I paid £20 for this bundle, and I've still got 15 games. And the reason why I got the deal, as I said earlier, was they said they were £4 a game. I was interested in 2. A Zelda game, which I showed you guys earlier in the car after I picked them up. So that's The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, because this game, you know, costs you quite a bit in CEX or whatnot, and it trades in for a few quid or so. So that's what I went for. And also it had Wii Sports. When I looked up all the games, not Wii Sports, sorry, what is it? Wii Party. And I've got to admit, I didn't realise. I know like Wii Sports Sleeve, etc., and different Wii Sports go for quite a bit of money. You always get a fairly decent trade because they sell for a tenner, so you get like a £5 or whatever trading in. But the Wii Party, I didn't realise, it's like a £22 game. You get like over a tenner trade for it. I had no idea. So yeah, someone just picked that game up and then left all the others. Picked up 4 quid. They obviously was looking at tripling their money or whatnot. They could have bought that and made a bit of a profit on it by a couple of quid, but obviously they didn't want to. So yeah, when I found out, I just messaged, like I said, and I said, look, some of them aren't really worth much. What you take the bundle for all of them cash, and said 20 quid, and I couldn't believe it that they would accept 20 quid. Or I offered 20 quid, one or the other. I'll put it on the screen anyway, can't remember. But basically, come deal 20 quid. And obviously I was like, yeah, that's a good deal. But like I say, there's 15 games here, it should be 14. So I've just realised, they haven't messaged, I'm sure that, and they haven't got it sold separately. So they must just not have realised and missed this game off. They got Mario Party for the Wii in there. And I said, look, I thought, oh, maybe it's not worth as much, but that still goes for a pretty penny. I'll put on screen how much it is. That's still, I'll get like tenner trading that in. That's still like a 15, 20 quid game, I think, in CX. Yeah, I think you get like £9 trade for that voucher. So, half the cost, I could just trade that and get my money back. So, that is actually pretty decent. And I have got a copy of it, so I'll just trade it in and get half my money back. And it's a decent condition copy as well. So that's pretty good. And I've probably got spare wheels and all sorts, so I might even be able to sell it as the complete bundle, if you know what I mean, CX. So yeah, so I've got that. We've got Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, which is all complete. I'm going to check they're all complete while we're here. Rayman's TV Party. I haven't got that game. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I've played the Mario vs. Rabbids. I said Rayman, didn't I? Sorry. Played the Mario vs. Rabbids game on the Switch, like tactical game. It's quite fun. But yeah, I haven't played any of the other games. It's just like a mini party game, like Mario Party, etc. It might be a bit of a laugh. Again, it's a very little trade. I think this trades in for nothing, like a penny, if anything. Some of these games, CX sell a game for £1, you're not going to get more than a penny. Quite surprised by this one, and I'll keep this. I don't think I've got it. Spider-Man 3. Because I remember having it on the 360. I picked up a boot sale. I couldn't believe it, but the disc was cracked. I didn't notice because that used to go for quite a bit of money on other systems, but on the Wii, it does not. Don't be wrong. You still trades in for a few quid, but I thought that'd go for quite a bit, but it doesn't. So yeah, Spider-Man 3. It's probably one of the better ones out of the bundle. Let's do that. I'll take them out the pile, which I would play or trade. Transformers the game. I feel like I've picked that up. Some of the Transformer games are alright. Again, because the movie franchise been out a little while, people have started to buy. Like I've sold some older versions on the 360 and then realised they're worth quite a bit now. Not quite a bit, but where you used to pick them up 50p or £1. Now people are selling them for tenner or whatever, or more. But yeah, Transformers. It's bothering me that the manual's upside down. So that one I'll probably give that a go. Don't know how dog it is, but it looks alright. It looks okay. Another one that not going to bother, let's be honest. It looks absolutely terrible. Even though I like the Wii Sports game, it might be alright to be fair. Beach Sports, so they're just cashing in on that mechanic. It might be alright. Again, I don't think I've got that. I have got the I've got another Zelda game, Skyward Sword. So I've actually realised I might not even have this. So I thought I was getting it just to make the bundle up and like flip. So that's worked out very well. Yeah, I've got the other Zelda game, Skyward Sword. I haven't actually got that one. So that's good. And then when you tend to find these in independent stores, they tend to price them higher than CX as well, to be honest. I always find, like the Zelda games. Now this one I was quite excited for. I said it earlier, I played in the arcade in Astro City. It's really good. And I have got some really good like guns for the Wii. I've got different ones, pistols, shotguns, double-handed, single-handed, all sorts. I'm quite surprised if I haven't got that, because I've got a lot of the shooters on the Wii. There's loads of really good shooters on the Wii. Really good ones. Not just House of Dead, but even like, there's Resident Evil titles, which are really good shooters. There's lots of them, decent ones. There's a few good horror ones. There's a couple by Sega, made some good shooters for the Wii. This is another one again. I need to get these in alphabetical order. So I feel like I've picked this up before. If not, I've just seen it before. Blazing Angels. Do quite like some of these. Squadrons of War, World War II. Some of these like helicopter games. Some of these like pilot and aviation games are actually really good. So it looks really realistic. I really feel like I've looked at this, but I haven't played it. So I've either brought it for myself and not noticed it. Conduit, that's another good shooter. Or I've seen it in a retro gaming shop. I keep hoping to find like an extra disc or something, or Wii Sports in it. Again, another one, doesn't trade in for a lot, but quite interesting. I don't think I've seen the film Ant Bully. I thought I'd see what that's like. So there is some half decent games in here. not all fodder, but there is fodder. Even the fodder I quite like. For example, Winter Sports, I love the like track and field, hyper sports sort of style games. Played on all the generations, Mega Drive, the lot, so we'll give that a go. Even track and field and the PS1's still alright in it, let's be honest. But it's just so many of them. Like I say, it's got 2008 on them. They do them every 2 years you get one, whether it's a Winter Sports or Summer Olympics. I would have thought this had gone for a bit, but it doesn't. Bust a Move. Classic. Worth absolutely nothing on the trade-in. Nice little fun puzzle game, but am I going to sit there playing it? Probably not, to be honest. So that'll probably end up getting binned off. Brain Academy for the Wii. No one's playing these now. It was cool at the time, but no one's sitting there playing it. Link's Crossbow Trading. That is a Zelda game which is not... Well, it's not got Zelda in the name, so there's a giveaway. But that Link's Crossbow Trading, that doesn't trade in for anything. It's one of the ones that come free with a lot of the consoles, I think. But probably a fun one for the kids or whatnot. So yeah, maybe I might end up giving that to someone and get a bit better use out for it. I'll give it a whirl. All-Star Cheerleader. This is where the fodder comes in, isn't it? Some of the crazy mini games. I'm not going to play that, but I did complete and unlock every character of Grease Lightning. I'm proud to say that is what happens. Another Brain Academy on the Wii. So no surprises in there. But yeah, so there's half the games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which I'm not interested in. Brain Academy. The All-Star Cheerleader, Link's Crossbow Train, I'll give that a whirl, I suppose. Bust a Move, Beach Sports, Wii Play, got that. I'm not too bad, mind you, I might give that a go. So there's actually maybe only 6, but I'm not interested. And there is some I would play. So I think Spider-Man, Mario Kart Wii, I could trade that or keep it. Obviously I thought I was going to be trading that, but I haven't, so that's worked out quite well. So there's actually some decent games that I haven't got. So to add to my collection for 20 quid, I basically managed to pick up a bundle of games which I put straight in the collection. And I've got some which I can move on. So not bad really. Bearing in mind, if I trade in Mario Kart, I'll get half my money back. So for 20 quid, not too bad, is it? Not too shabby. Anyway, see you soon. Bye-bye.